The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. Even be too late. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Greetings. I've lost concentration.
How do you do?
Greetings.
Greetings. I cannot cast it. This weapon does nothing. Excuse me.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, largest and proudest of the two remaining Dwarven cities. Once the seat of an underground empire, Orzammar now stands alone, cut off from the world by the Darkspawn, still clinging to the memory of its former glory. Below the vast statues and gilded halls where the noble families play at politics, the lower castes live in their shadows, scurrying to serve like their ancestors before them. Below that is you. You are casteless, the dirty secret staining Orzammar's perfect society, forced, along with your sister, to sell your services to the crime lord Barat. To the rest of Orzammar, you are proof that the casteless deserve their fate. But you know you do what you have to, the same as everyone, just to survive.
I can't keep gambling on you forever, Precious. You've got a sweet look, something to light a man on fire. But you gotta make it count.
Please, Barat, can we not do this in front of my brother?
Why not? He knows the slope of the land, don't you, boy? You told me a lot of things, not one of which meant more than a fart in the middens. Before me, your sister was just another duster. Now check her out. Braids down to here, gold-capped teeth. She can recite elf poetry and play the string harp. Every man's dream. All she's gotta do is find a lord, squeeze out some kid who looks like him, and we're all living the easy life in the Diamond Quarter.
Please, don't get involved. You know that never goes well.
I'll treat her however I like, as long as you both eat off my plate. You keep your head down and say aye to any job I decide is low enough for scum like you. In return, I put out coins so you can doll yourself up and get a belly full of some nobleman's brats. Then you both go free, and I get to join the family and be called my lord for the rest of the little prince's life. Well, unless I start seeing results, we're going to renegotiate. I'm giving you another week, Precious. If you haven't found a patron, you're back to sweeping streets.
But I have. I've met someone. That is, I didn't want to promise, but he seemed interested.
Your buddy Lesky's waiting outside. He knows what I'll need from you today. Don't even think about bungling this job. Your whole family's on loose sand with me right now. And I know you don't have anywhere else to turn.
I'm sorry you had to see that. And I feel like every time you do, it kills something in you. You were such a loving child. I hate what this place made you into. That's why I didn't tell you. Barat's been warning me ever since two of his other girls found patrons at Lord Harrowmont's reception. They've been getting gifts already. Lord Rooston gave Elsie a surface silk gown and she's not even pregnant. Barat's getting impatient. You know the other options. Cleaning middens, begging, going to the surface. No. Unless you find a way to save us all from Darkspawn and become a Paragon. We're pretty much on Barat's leash for life. It wouldn't be the first time. Garelon the Blood Risen was born castless, you know, before he went to the surface. And he came back and won the throne. Many Paragons have humble origins. All that matters is that the Assembly recognizes their achievements. And once they get that vote, they found their own house, and are as noble as if the ancestors themselves had made it so. So what are you standing around here for? Go do something great. Oh, don't pay attention to her. She's just a bitter old drunk. She also said you'd never learn to walk or stop dumping in the bed. Make something of yourself just to spite her. Maybe you will. But until then, we can only serve as Barat demands. And he won't like it if either of us is late. You know how desperate the nobles are for more children? They can barely field enough soldiers to hold the walls against the Darkspawn. If I could give one of them a son, the whole house would celebrate. And we'd all be raised up to noble caste to join the family. It's what Barat's betting on. That's why he paid for my clothes, my voice lessons. He wants to share the reward. Yes. That is, I hope. He certainly seems charming. He treats me like a real lady, not just someone to tumble and forget. I don't want to say, in case I'm wrong. It just seems too mad to think of one of the most important men in Orzammar with someone like me. Anyway, time is rusting and I need to get dressed. These fashions will be the death of me. 100 buttons on each sleeve. And Lesky's probably already outside waiting for you. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you tonight.
Very well.
Who's that? Why are you bothering me? Rika? Don't you talk to me like I'm an idiot! You think I don't know my own kid? What are you doing here anyway? Rika said you were finally making something useful of yourself. What? You thought you'd get a seat on the assembly? Do what you're good for. Get your head in the smoke. Your father was like that too. Aye. Left me with 2 screaming mouths to feed, not a coin on the table. Had to join the clean crew for the smoke vents. Spent 10 years in those chimneys, soot a finger thick all over my body. All for you. So, you gonna show some sordid gratitude, or do I have to beat it out of you? It was for your own good. The world's a cruel place. You had to learn that. You think you'd be where you are now if I'd let you hide from a few slaps? Everything you are, I made you. I tried my best. They treat us like dust, tell us we're cursed. How else are we supposed to live? We got nothing. There's no way out for any of us. You can try, but you'll never get it off you. Dust Town, it sticks to the skin. You don't bleed red enough for them, and nothing's gonna change that. All you can do is find some way to forget.
It will be done.
About sodding time. I was starting to think I'd have to bust in and get an eyeful of that spicy sister of yours. Growl. Oh, what can I say? No money, no girls, no place to call my own. I've been writing an epic poem about it. It starts, "Oh, you're really, really cursed to have no caste. You noble dwarves can shove it up your..." But I couldn't think of a rhyme. I'm not seeing Court Bard in your future either. I guess we'll have to stick to playing the heavies for Barat. Boss says we're out for a search and discipline. One of his smugglers is holding out on him. Name's Oskias, some surfacer. Barat got word that he's been selling shipments topside that never make it to Barat's ears down here. He wants us to find the rotter and see what goods he's holding back. Well, if he is skimming, we kill him, of course. I mean, Barat doesn't let anyone swindle him and live. Bringing his head on a plate is completely optional, though. All he told me is find him. Duster's got some family from the merchant caste. He's probably staying near their quarters. You know, gold, lyrium, spices. Anything that Barat might cut someone's head off to get. Whatever lets you sleep at night, my friend.